This card was printed before Barry Bonds broke baseball's biggest records, and before a lot of people decided they never wanted to celebrate them. This is 1987 Topps, card number 320. A young, skinny Barry Bonds that most of the baseball world barely knew yet. And the wild part is, this little piece of cardboard has no idea what's coming. In 1987, Barry Bonds is not the home run king. He's not the face of the steroid era. He's not the guy debates get started over at family barbecues. He's just a second-year outfielder on a Pirates team trying to get back to being relevant. He's Bobby Bonds' son. He's Willie Mays' godson. He's fast. He's talented. And if you were really paying attention, you could see the tools. But he's not the story of baseball. Not yet. The card is printed between his rookie season, 1986, and his breakout into superstardom. At this point, his future looks like what you'd expect from a good young player. Some power, some speed, a few all-star games. Maybe becomes one of the better players of his era. Nobody looking at this card is thinking that guy is going to hit 762 home runs, 73 of them in one season, and end up basically being banned from the Hall of Fame. Let's rewind to the version of Barry Bonds this card is talking about. He comes up with the Pirates in 1986. He's lean, he's fast, plays center field at first, hits some home runs, steals bases, draws walks. He's not a slugger, just a complete player. In the late 80s and early 90s, he wins MVP awards in Pittsburgh, not because he's hitting 70 home runs, but because he's doing everything. Golden Glove defense, power, speed, getting on base, changing games in every way you can. If you were a Pirate fan, this card, this exact era, is the beginning of hope again. The Pirates had fallen hard after their early 80s run and the drug trials. By the time this card shows up, Bonds is one of the reasons you start to believe they might climb back into the picture. And another thing this card doesn't know, it thinks Barry Bonds is going to be a Pittsburgh Pirate for years. But in 1992, after MVP seasons and playoff runs, he hits free agency. The Pirates can't or won't pay him. He signs with the San Francisco Giants on a then record deal. So now, if you're a Giants fan, this card looks like a prologue. It's the before picture. This is what it looked like before he put on our uniform era. But for baseball as a whole, this is the last version of Barry Bonds that feels uncomplicated. In San Francisco, everything that was here in this card gets turned up. The eye, the patience, the power, the walks, the fear. He stacks up 7 MVP awards in his career, more than anyone else in Major League history. 4 of them come in a row from 2001 to 2004. He hit 73 home runs in 2001, more than anyone has ever hit in a single season. He passes Hank Aaron to become the all-time home run leader, 762. And yet, that's not the whole story. And everybody watching this knows it. The same years that rewrote the record book also show up in the Balco investigations, performance-enhancing drug allegations, and years of Hall of Fame votes where his name never hits 75%. This is where Barry Bonds stops being just a player and becomes an argument. Some people see the greatest hitter who ever lived. Some people see a guy who broke the game's trust. Most people see both and don't quite know what to do with that. And that's why this card is so important for History Through Cards. When 1987 Topps printed this, it's just one card in a massive wood grain set. No foil, no serial number, no hint of what's really coming. This piece of cardboard thinks it's the beginning of a great career. It has no idea it's from the beginning of the most complicated career in baseball history. It doesn't know about 73. It doesn't know about 762. It doesn't know about Balco. about Congress, about Hall of Fame ballots and talk shows and endless debates. It only knows a young outfielder, Pittsburgh Pirates, number 24, tons of promise. And that's what I love about this card. It's not the most expensive card. It's not the flashiest. It's not even the most card people think of when they argue about Barry Bonds. But it is the card before we knew how messy it would get. Before baseball had to decide what to do with greatness, that came with questions attached. When you look at it now, you're not just seeing a young player on the Pirates. You're looking at the last moment before Barry Bonds stopped being just a player and became a conversation. If you like seeing sports history this way, through the actual cards that lived through it, I've got a lot more of these stories to tell.